How are we doing today, Peter?
Doing good, man. Doing
Awesome,
good.
man. Explain your business, who you are, where you're located.
My name is Peter Basel. I'm the owner of Blue Jay Pro Wash, exterior cleaning company out of Mission, BC, not far away from Vancouver. We've been in business year and a half, and we love to clean homes.
Love that, Peter. And I want to take people kind of through your journey because you mentioned something to me a couple months ago. How a year and a half into business, you guys are growing like crazy, but you've also made sure that you've scheduled time out with your family every single day. And I really want to touch on that and respect that. When we first spoke, though, Peter, I think you were maybe a couple months in to your business, and you joined our Contractor Club. How was that experience in the free Contractor Club, implementing on everything in there?
So I've been following Dave and HSBC, kind of like stalking you guys, for basically like almost year and a half, ever since I started, right? Through other friends, I found Dave's podcast. And I knew eventually, because I implemented so many things from the podcasts and then your YouTube videos, that I knew like, okay, I want to do the program with them. I just need to wait for the right time, so I have time for it and the budget for it, right? But for me, it was more about the time that, it's like I knew it ever since, like first few weeks, first few videos, and I was hooked. I just needed to put it in my head, and it was a great reminder. We spoke first time, I think a year ago this time, and I was I was still doing it part-time with my full-time job. And what I appreciated was even you saying, okay, now is not the best time for you to do it. Let's just get back to us in 6 months when you're full-time, when you're out there, when you're hustling. Then we'll be able to help you more, right? And then I think we touched base in September, and as a owner operator, basically, you get so busy. And I even told you, I'm like, well, maybe in 2 months when I get time. And he told me, he's like, hey, Christmas lights are coming up. You got to jump on it now. Just find the schedule. So yesterday somebody mentioned you're never ready to have a kid, right? You're never ready to have a baby, and people postpone it, and we did postpone it. And then it happens, you're like, I should have done it earlier. And it's the same with SHBC. You try to postpone it so you have time for it, you can implement everything, but you just keep postponing it. The best thing is just start doing it, and having Coach now, it's phenomenal. What really hooked me on was, actually, I have it here on my phone. I can send you guys a screenshot. So I have a conversation with Jackson a year ago, January 8th, 2024. I just sent him a message because I was thinking about rebranding, right? You guys talk about branding. Our branding was very bad. Like everybody else, go on Fiverr, pay $30. We live in a town called Mission, city of Mission. So the company was Mission Window Washing. Horrible logo. It worked organically for window cleaning, nothing else. And then watching your videos, and then I sent a message to Jackson without him knowing me, just like a random guy sending him a message, and he responded, and I appreciated it. And basically what he said, hey, Peter, I would change the name before you get too deep with multiple truck wraps, uniforms, marketing materials, and so on. Yeah, it's just, it's a long-term investment. And here we are having this on the trucks, on the vans, and people memorize us, right? If we were still Mission Window Washing, we wouldn't be that. So for me, I knew, I was hooked. It was just a matter of time.
Interesting. Love that, Peter. And how has HSBC impacted you, your life, your business, right? And just to give everybody clarity on this, like, Peter, it was podcast, YouTube, you found us out. Then you joined our Contractor Club, that free community with those trainings in there. You implemented like crazy. Like I think from that free community, you went from 17 to 83K, I believe, if my numbers are correct.
Yeah.
You blew up using the free stuff. And that's a credit to you, Peter, because you implemented like crazy.
So it's great you guys offer the free community, right? The Contractors Club. Because there you can connect with other people. You give out basically free tips and videos. Like it's like a little teaser There's the word
Yeah,
teaser,
yeah,
little
yeah,
teaser,
yeah.
right? So little amuse bouche in a restaurant they call it. I used to work in restaurants. So anyway, you give this little like, hey, this is what it is, and if you get hooked on it, you just need to move ahead and do the full program. So I did really enjoy the basics, but I shifted as well because I was gonna do owner operator until forever, right? So when I started, I was owner operator mind, and then after watching videos with you guys and being part of the club, it's like, no, that's not the way. What if I get hurt? What if I don't work that day? What if I want to go on vacation, right?
That's so interesting. So early on, you had that epiphany, because so many people I've talked to, owner operator, and then they're stuck in that on that groove, in that channel, if you will.
Yeah.
Super interesting, Peter. Okay. Somebody nervous. It's expensive. Program's expensive. At least in a dollar amount. What would you say to somebody that says this program's too expensive? Or in other words, how did you justify the investment into the program?
So, well, expensive. It's expensive. The program is expensive for somebody who's never spent money on coaching like this, right? People that have done coaching, it actually, now I see it, it's a great value and it's on the cheaper side for me, right? But when you're starting up as a small business owner, you don't have extra X amount of dollars a month. The thing with the coaching is, you can spend 5 hours in your owner operator business, hire people, fail, do that, fail, and learn from that. Or why don't you just hire somebody who's been through that, who's got clients that've been through that, and then you can save yourself years of evolution and troubles just for spending a little bit of money, right? So in exchange for money, you get the knowledge and you can triple grow, right? Like for us, the first year, full year, we're at around like $78,000, and that was mostly me being part-time, with few part-time technicians, not helpers, technicians, and now we're aiming for so like first full-time year was 155,000, and that was me and then few part-time technicians. Now we're aiming for 450. Wow. With 2 rock stars, office admin, and then maybe some part-timers, right? And trying it that way, make it profitable and just have fun on the ride,
I don't think fun's mentioned enough, man. And I also wouldn't mind you diving a bit deeper, Peter, on kind of your time management, because I feel like you've also really obviously had you've already done this previous to us. We haven't brought this out in you. Correct me if I'm wrong, we have. I don't think we have, Peter. You were talking to me about how you set your block schedule and you're home. Do you want to talk about how you kind of look at your time in your schedule with you and your family?
Yeah, so the issue everybody's having is time, right? There's not enough hours in a day. And as an owner, operator, or small business owner, you just kind of do everything. So you end up working a lot, right? And the first call with Jackson, he didn't ask me what my prices were per square foot or this and this. He listened to like 2 minutes of me complaining about time, and he looked at me and he said, Peter, you got to get more expensive. You will be less time in a field, and you have extra day for the SEO Friday to focus on the business, right? So that was for me incredible, because the revenue coming in the business was exactly the same if I was working 4 days or 5 days. I just worked less and then I had time to grow it, right? Being family man, I really want to be with my son and with my wife. And the fact that now I'm able to do that, I'm able to schedule my day. So at 3 p.m., my wife, she goes to work and I take my son. We don't have to have a babysitter, and I've got good quality time with my son. It's phenomenal, right?
Yeah. I mean, I was just speaking with another gentleman, and it's that time you'll never get back. You're never going to regret spending the afternoon with your son, with your family.
Yeah, people get carried away about like building future for the family, aka making money, paying off for house or build a company. what they don't realize is with kids, time flies by. And my son he's going to be 5. And luckily, I had a lot of time with him every day. But if I saw him maybe on the Saturday, because that's what some people do, you just, it's incredible those first few years, right? When they're kids, because then they start being not kids or not as small.
Yeah.
And so it's a huge why and priority for me. Yeah. And it's been working out well so far.
Yeah. And we're excited to see where 2025 takes you, Peter. I got one final question, then you're off the hot seat. One word. How would you describe your experience at HSBC in one word?
One word. So one word for HSBC experience would be beneficial. Mm-hmm. If it's one, it's really hard to find just one word. It's just something that you get the support, right? You get the support from you guys, but you get the support from other members. Mm-hmm. We hold each other accountable. Yesterday we were talking about our fears and goals, and other guys are cheering for you, right? And they say, hey, why don't we touch base in 3 months with each other and just make sure what we promised is delivered, right? So accountability would be the word.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it's, I mean, you know this, we all experience this to some degree. Start a business, you're super excited. Whether your family supports you or not, you can't go have a conversation with your wife or your mom or your friends. This is what I'm dealing with. Yeah. And now it's almost like we've seen over the years, you find your tribe. You're not gonna get along with every single person in the program. There's too many people. You're not gonna get along. You're gonna like some better than others. But at the end of the day, if you can find your squad of 3 to 4 individuals to hold you accountable, to be like, dude, this is what I'm dealing with. Yep. Maybe one week both of you want to quit, and then you both talk each other off the cliff, and the next week you're like, we're having the best week we've had all year, and then the next week, man, your employee fell off the roof. And you know what I mean? It's this constant thing you both can, and everybody can come together and kind of share that same experience. So.
What I value is as well, being here and then talking with people in the group, we can get information about how to run your business remotely from South America. How to set it up that way. What services you use. Oh, you just do this service? How did you do it? How did you get so much business? And like, the gold nuggets we get from each other are just fantastic. So for me, it's win-win.
Yeah, absolutely, Peter. Well, it's been amazing. Obviously to spend time with you, yourself, and the members over the past few days, Peter. So I appreciate your time, man. Pro Wash, Blue Jay Pro Wash is going to have a big year this year. I'm expecting big things, Peter.
Yeah, the best feeling is when I drive the van, there's kids pointing at the van, pulling on a parent's hand. The parents need to look, and they're like, "What do they do?" So
that's it, man.
Yeah, Blue Jay works.
And that's a question on great branding as well too.
Yeah,
get the kids like the parents will follow.
That's it.
Peter, I appreciate you.